Yes, that we may understand, because it is spiritual knowledge which we cannot acquire by our own effort, like in case of our material pursuit. So together, yeah, continue, bro. Yeah. Om Ajnana-timirandhasya Jnananjana-salakaya Chakshurulmilitam yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kadamahyam Dadati Svapadantikam Vandeyam Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavansya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Hitam Tam Sajivam साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितं च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तत्पकांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यः सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद गदाधर शिवासादि गौरवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। So last class we discussed 6.27, chapter number 6, that is Dhyan Yoga, and verse number 27. So today we have 28. Yeah, all of you are in the verse 28, 6.28. So in this section we are studying that how the yogi is fixing his mind on the super soul. So it's like perfection stage, perfection. He has done all the other things, like he has tried to control his senses uh, with the rules and regulations, like we study in the Ashtanga Yoga. There are 8 steps. What are the 8 steps? I think so. Yeah. So Sanjay, you can speak. What is try you part of some of the steps you can also speak, no issue. Yes, बहुत अच्छा। और बताइए आगे। हाँ, यम नियम प्राणायाम। हाँ, या यम नियम आसन प्राणायाम प्रत्याहार ध्यान धारणा समाधि। सब लोग ना मिल के देखिए, हमको भी पूरे स्टेप याद नहीं है, पर ये जो है हम लोग जो एसोसिएशन करते हैं, इससे हम लोग काफी सारे बेनिफिट होता है। ऐसा नहीं कि हमको ही मालूम है सब कुछ, ऐसा नहीं। जब हम डिस्कशन करते हैं तो भगवान की कृपा से अगर हम सही इंटेलिजेंस, आई मीन इफ वी हैव द राइट स्पिरिट टू हैव सम knowledge or to gain something, with that intention we have discussed on that, many things we get. Yeah, we welcome Sangram also. Yeah, please. So हम लोग जब डिस्कशन करते हैं, yeah, please. तो डिस्कशन से हम लोग क्या होता है, फिर अगर हम लोग को स्पिरिट सही है, जानने का इच्छा है, तो भगवान की मर्जी होती है। देखिए हम तो हाँ, हम अपने नॉलेज में कहाँ हम लोग भगवान के बारे में जान सकते हैं, भगवान के गुण के बारे में जान सकते हैं। जब लोग संग में रहते हैं कलियुग में संघ का बहुत महत्व है. There is so much importance given to the devotee association. Huh? So very good. So there are 8 steps. So it is like we are discussing on the perfectional stage. So the 27th verse. Just I will read the translation. The yogi whose mind is fixed on me verily attains the highest perfection of transcendental happiness. Isn't it? हम लोगों ने अभी now only we discussed that what is the goal of a yogi? No, what is the goal of a yogi? On the mic. What is the goal of a yogi? Speak.
मतलब गोल होता है कि वो कृष्णा को आइडेंटिफाई करे कृष्ण से मतलब योग होता है.
Yeah, very good. So the goal of yogi is to connect to the super soul, the supreme lord. So what here written is the yogi whose mind is fixed. So what he does, several times we discussed that he tried to do all these niyam, rules, regulations, everything. He control his to control the senses and control the mind, and so that his mind is not getting diverted and his mind is fixed on the super soul. That is a perfection. So what he is getting, the yogi whose mind is fixed on me verily attains highest perfection of transcendental happiness. We studied that he gets the transcendental happiness, not the material happiness that we are seeking. He is beyond the mode of passion. He realizes his qualitative entity with the supreme, and thus he is free from all the reactions to the past deed. So because he is in the transcendental platform, because he is in the not in the material platform. So material platform means he is under the 3 modes of material nature: modes of goodness, passion, and ignorance. So he's above this mode. So he's transcendental. This is called transcendental platform. And in the transcendental platform, he realizes the transcendental happiness. Thus, he is free from all the reaction to the past deed. Because what he is doing, he knows that he is the soul, and he is that is Lord, and he is supreme soul, and he is part and parcel of the supreme soul. And because he knows that, so he is serving the Lord. So he is serving the Lord. Because of that, there is no reaction to his whatever he is doing. That we discussed in the last class also. So like karma, vikarma, and akarma. Akarma means he is doing everything, but there is no reaction to it. But if you do whatever you do, there will be reaction. If you do good work, then you have good reaction, like we call pious work. If you do bad work, the vikarma, then we have negative, sinful reaction. So today we'll have the 28th verse. So further, here it is been explained what are other achievement a yogi gets because of this yoga process. So to begin with the verse, I will try to read. So you will be an online participant also, Manish Prabhu, Ganga Madhati also, you will be in the 20th verse. So the verse is like this: yuñjann evaṁ sadātmānaṁ yogī vigata-kalmaṣaḥ sukhena brahma-saṁsparśam atyantam sukham aśnute. yuñjann evaṁ sadātmānaṁ yogī vigata-kalmaṣaḥ sukhena brahma-saṁsparśam atyantam sukham aśnute. yuñjann evaṁ sadātmānaṁ yogī vigata-kalmaṣaḥ sukhena brahma-saṁsparśam atyantam sukham aśnute. Very simple verse.
yuñjann evaṁ sadātmānaṁ yoga-vigata-kalmaṣaḥ sukhena brahma-saṁsparśam atyantam sukham aśnute.
युञ्जन् एवं सदात्मानं योगी विगतकल्मषः सुखेन ब्रह्म-संस्मरणम् अत्यन्तं सुखम् अश्नुते.
brahma-saṁsparśam. दोबारा से पढ़िए, दोबारा से रिपीट कीजिए.
युञ्जनेवं सदात्मानां योगी विगता-kalmaṣaḥ सुखेन ब्रह्म-saṁsparśam atyantaṁ sukham aśnute.
Very good.
युञ्जनेवं sadātmānaṁ योगी vigata-kalmaṣaḥ सुखेन brahma-saṁsparśam atyantam sukham aśnute.
Yeah, very good. So what meaning? So पढ़िए. What meaning?
Yuñjan, engaging in yoga practice, evam, thus, sadā, always, ātmānam, by the self, yogī, one who is in touch with the supreme, sukhena, in transcendental happiness. Vigata, free from kalmaṣa, all material contamination. Sukhena, in transcendental happiness. Brahma-saṁsparśam, being in constant touch with the supreme. Atyantam, the highest. Sukham, happiness. aśnute, attains.
Yeah, thank you. So if you see the verse, if you properly see the verse, like it is yuñjan. Then the word yoga has come from the word yuj, to connect. Here also you see engaging in yoga practice. There is engagement. Engagement means one is engaged, not idle. We are not sitting idle. We are engaging in something. Yoga practice. Evam means thus. Thus means if there is the word thus means, what is the meaning of thus? Yes, Pradeep Prabhu, if I can hear you, if you can speak, what is the meaning of thus? Where the word thus is used? Pradeep Prabhu, is it audible? Yeah, unmute. Yeah, yes, Prabhu. Where the word thus is used? In general, I'm asking in general.
Like that, it comes like that. Does means like that.
Acha, I'm not able to hear you properly. So thus means wherever there is some conclusion, then there we'll see that therefore or thus, this thus will come. So here you may say that the Lord is concluding here. Thus the self-controlled yogi constantly engaged in yoga practice. See, constantly engaged. Like if you see in Bhagavad Gita also, there is this word everywhere you will find. Constantly engaged. Like whatever we are doing, we have to do constantly. Constantly मतलब क्या होता है गणेश बाबू? Constantly मतलब कोई interruption नहीं है. Like sadātmānaṁ, another word को sadātmānaṁ, मतलब कोई गैप नहीं है. जैसे हम लोगों ने भी उस दिन पढ़ा था कि we have to practice the bhakti yoga or yoga practice without deviation, isn't it? If you see the 26th verse, no, not 26, it is, yeah. One should engage oneself in the yoga practice of yoga with determination and faith. So it is 24th actually. One should engage oneself in the practice of yoga with determination and faith and not be deviated from the path. Constantly, there is no deviation. So like this only. So thus the self-controlled yogi constantly engaged in yoga practice. So whatever our practice should be how? Constant. Like we are trying to come in the morning. So we should mold our life in such a way that we try to come constantly. And whatever we do, if we do something constantly or consistently, then we get some result out of that. Otherwise, what happens? Sometimes we get some taste, but after that again we'll lose that. So we have to do it constantly. Engage in yoga practice. Becomes free from all material contamination. If you see in the previous verse also, no, same thing is there. It is there, akalmaṣaḥ, free from all past sinful reaction. So here, become free from all material contamination. So he is free. How he is free from? Because he is engaged in the yoga practice. So he is free from contamination. So, like for us also, we chant the holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So here, what happened? The whatever dirt in our heart, whatever misconception in our heart, that also get reduced as we chant, and we try to understand the things. What is what? What is what? So this is also a removal of material contamination. And we can say that material contamination also, like that what you call that six anartha. Six anartha are there, like kam, krodh, lobh, moh, mat, matsarya. So because of that, what we do? We try to enjoy the material world separately from the Lord, and we engage in the sinful reaction. Sinful action, and that will bring sinful reaction because of this material contamination, and achieves the highest stage of perfect happiness. You see, अगर हम लोगों को perfect happiness अगर achieve करना है, we have to perfect happiness if you want, then if these contaminations are there in our heart, काम, क्रोध, लोभ, मोह, मद, मात्सर्य, then we cannot experience. Can we experience? No. These are anartha, and they will constantly engage us in the sinful action, thinking that we can enjoy, but we cannot have. अगर हम लोगों के पास envy होगा, if we have envy in our heart, how can we experience happiness? If you have envy in our heart, what are the six anartha? Six anartha. काम, yeah.
काम, क्रोध, लोभ, मात्सर्य.
और कुछ याद है आपको? बताइए. Six anartha. We are discussing on six anartha.
काम, क्रोध, लोभ,
मोह, मद, मात्सर्य. Mad means like what you call madness. Kam means lust. Krodh means anger. If there is no fulfillment of the lust, there is anger. Kam, krodh. Lobh means greediness. Lobh, moh, illusion. Illusion means we do not know what is what. We are in illusion. Kam, krodh, lobh, moh, mad. Lobh, moh, mad means madness. Matsarya means enviousness. If somebody is having something, but I do not have, then we are envious of something. So all these are material contamination in our heart. And achieve the highest stage of perfect happiness, then we'll get the perfect happiness. Here see, happiness not written happiness, but perfect happiness. Happiness are many. There will be some imperfect happiness also. There is perfect happiness means there is some imperfect happiness also. So material happiness are like this. Material happiness, they are temporary happiness. There is not perfect. But perfect happiness means there is no cessation of happiness. There is always happiness. So the yogi is experiencing this. In how he is experiencing? In transcendental loving service to the Lord. So how do we experience happiness? In general, can you share how do we experience happiness? In general, I mean the happiness which is, I mean more, not like what you call little happiness, but you feel like your heart is satisfied. You feel like your heart is satisfied. That type of happiness. Okay. You want to go? I can tell. My question is, how do we get real happiness? Real happiness, I mean to say that as like my heart is satisfied. मैं हार्ड है ना मतलब क्या बोल रहे? अच्छा अच्छा नंबर या बहुत अच्छा बहुत अच्छा। और कुछ एक्सपीरियंस आप टेक आज करने? ओके यू कैन टेल।
पर जो मानते हैं वो खाना भी कुछ स्टेबल है, खाना भी स्टेबल किसी से कोई व्यक्ति तो वो रियल हैप्पीनेस तो आने
या या he is not disturbed in happiness and distress. Okay, good. Sangram, what is real happiness? I mean, when in our life you felt that you might have some many experiences that yes, my heart is so much satisfied by this doing this. Not like some mental pleasure you got something, you achieved something, but like your heart got satisfied, and you feel like बहुत अच्छा लगा मेरे को आज जो भी है. Yes, I want to say. Please.
Something we sacrifice for others happens.
Yeah, that is correct. So here also, here it is written that how he achieved the highest stage of perfect happiness in transcendental loving service to the Lord. So when the real happiness will come, when you do some service, and that is out of love, not as you guys have also told, and not out of some we have some motive behind that. So I may achieve from that something that like His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj Ji also tells that when the Lord is pleased, when we serve like without any expectation, like we are doing something, but like some service we are doing, some help we are doing, but we are thinking that out of return something I will get from that. Then that is the highest service. Lord is more pleased when we do such kind of service where we do not have any thing which we want to get in return, and that actually satisfied our heart. So we studied in Srimad Bhagavatam. Also remember, yes, any online Manam Jagannath Das Prabhu. We studied in Bhagavatam one verse. Yes, the bhakti. No, not that is. We studied in Bhagavad that Atma Supasidati. Can anyone say Pasidati? Ahetu ki apratihata yanatma suprasidati. That is yes. Anybody? Mataji, you can also share. Sure. No problem. The verse was that ahetu ki apratihata. Like we studied now, apratihata means what? Constant. Apratihata, there is no gap constantly. And ahetuki, there is no hetu. There is no no desire to have anything in return. That actually serve, that actually pleases our heart. Like for example, several times you might have experienced that when you are like some feast is there, and before that you you serve the whoever is present, you try to distribute the prasadam to them, and after that you try to eat, you will feel like so much satisfied in our heart. So because we do not desire out of something out of that. So such service pleases our heart. So that gives much joy to our heart, to the Lord also. So here it is written, perfect happiness in, see, perfect happiness, how it will come? You see the second line, the ahead of the line, transcendental loving service to the Lord. Transcendental means what? It's beyond the three modes of material nature, mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance. And how it is? Loving service. This formula we got today in association that if you want to have perfect happiness in our life, that your service should be loving service. Means what? Loving means what? Yes, what do you mean love? Huh?
From our heart.
From our heart we do something more, a little bit more. Out of love. It's loving service out of love. We do not, like not within the duty also. there are different way of doing something. Like you have some desire, out of fear you do something. Like if I do not do this, I may be scolded or I may be chastised. Then second desire, if I feel good, I will do it. Otherwise, I do not do. My desire. If I feel like coming here, I will come. If I do not feel like coming here, today my mind is not good. If the mind is not good, I'm not feeling like going there, I will not go. Like desire. Above that, duty. Yes, it's my duty. Lord has recommended, or his representative has recommended to do this, I will do. Whether I desire or not, whether it gives me happiness or not, I do not bother about that. Like going to, like out of what you call duty. The duty platform is very good. There is much praise. And beyond the duty platform is love, out of love. We don't like duty, like caring of a child, baby, or the mother, like out of love, So she will sacrifice many things. Like I remember my daughter is there, so whenever my wife, she will try to have food, she will pass what you call stool at that time only. So she has worked so much throughout the day for cooking everything, but when she will have try to have food, then gone. So, but she doesn't feel like okay, I have to eat or I have to go for her to the bathroom, like that. So she goes because out of love, she has that love for her. So actually, the loving service actually pleases our heart. So as I told that Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj also told. So if you want to do some service, and in return, if you do not want anything out of that, that actually pleases the Lord, and by that we progress in spiritual life. But we are not in that stage. But for us, at least we should come to the platform of duty. Okay, my representative has told that, and my senior has told that. Let me do this. Let me try to do this. So in the purport, Srila Prabhupada written, you can see the purport. Self-realization means knowing one's constitutional position in relationship to the Supreme. Self-realization means knowing one's constitutional position in relationship to the Supreme. So you might have heard about many things about self-realization. If you go to YouTube also, they will say there is self-realization. So what is this self-realization? So Srila Prabhupada is defining this. Self-realization means knowing constitutional position in relationship to the Supreme. So you can, if you have to analyze this sentence, knowing one's constitutional position. So it means that we do not know, isn't it? Our constitutional position we do not know. Constitutional position means, like for example, Srila Prabhupada give example of a state. Say for example, our country. So we are citizen of this particular country. So what our constitutional position is what? We are citizen of this country. So what we should do? What we should do as citizen? You can give the mic. What you should do? Yes, we should, as a good citizen. How we will be called as a good citizen? Then if you follow rules and regulations, whatever given by the government, and that's it. You understand? What more? Only following rules and regulations is okay, or something more? Then you understand? Like how do you call as a good citizen?
Perform our duties.
Yes, duty for what? To the country? Yeah. So simply rules and regulations, it's okay for yourself, but you have to perform some service to the country, isn't it? Like for us, we are in the agriculture universities. So what government is expecting from us? What government is expecting from us? Yeah. So we have that duty that somehow or other, whatever intelligence we have, knowledge we have, we should engage this intelligence or knowledge so that we can solve the problems of the farmers. This is our sole duty, isn't it? then we can be called as a good citizen or good whatever position we are in. Self-realization means knowing one's constitutional position in relationship to the Supreme. So what the state is giving everything, government is giving everything to us, isn't it? For us it is giving salary, for you it is giving fellowship, is supporting us everything, so that we may study, we may live properly, we may what you call live proper life, good food we can eat, simultaneously we can contribute whatever position we are in. Similarly, self-realization means knowing one's constitutional position in relationship to the Supreme. But we are thinking in terms of body, isn't it? I have born in this country, so I have born, my body has taken birth. But we studied in the previous verses also in Bhagavad Gita that we are not this body, and we are spirit soul. We are spirit soul, and there is one Supreme Soul also, that is Supreme Lord. So, what is our constitutional position? We are part and parcel of the Lord. Like Srila Prabhupada will explain this. So, our constitutional position is that. So, we have to understand our constitutional position in relationship to the Supreme. So, what we have to understand, that I am spirit soul, and that is Supreme Soul, and so I am part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, and my duty is to serve Him. So this you have to. This is called self-realization. Like, who am I? I am this, not this body. I am spirit soul. So there is Supreme Soul or the Supreme Lord, and we are part of the Supreme Lord. And as a part, we have to serve the Supreme Lord. This is our duty, to serve the. Like, as a part of the state, our duty is to serve the government. Our duty is to follow the rules and regulations of the government. So we will see in the further. So this is called self-realization. Understood? हाँ, जैसे कि बोलते हैं ना, हिंदी में बोलते हैं आत्मा साक्षात्कार, ये बोलते हैं ना, सुने होंगे आपने, हिंदी में आत्मा साक्षात्कार बोलते हैं ना, हाँ, सेल्फ रियलाइजेशन बोलते हैं उसको, सेल्फ रियलाइजेशन. So realizing ourselves, who are we, who we are, who is the Lord, and how we can serve Him, like that. So you see the further line. The individual soul is part and parcel of the Supreme. The individual soul is the part and parcel of the Supreme. So we have to understand this. So we are an individual soul, like you are individual, isn't it? Ganesh Prabhu is different, you are different, your thinking is different. So, like in Shastra, it is written that Nityo Nityanam, Chetanas Chetananam, Eko Jo Bahunam, Vidadhati-kaman. Nitya Nityanam, one Nitya is there, like Supreme Lord. Nitya means eternal. Eternal is that there is no birth, there is no death. There is eternal. Shaspat jisko Hindi mein bolta, Shaspat. So Nitya Nityanam, one Nitya is there, but there are many Nityanam. We are Nityanam. One Supreme Soul, He is eternal, but we are many eternals are there. Like we are individual, no? You are also individual, you are individual. All thinking are different. Nitya Nityanam, Chetanas Chetananam. He is also conscious, and we are also conscious, isn't it? But He is supremely conscious, but we are conscious of ourselves. What Sangram is thinking now, can I say? What Sangram is thinking now, can I say? What Ganesh Prabhu is thinking, I cannot say. But Lord can know what we are thinking. How? Because Lord is present in everyone's heart. Let's speak in Bhagavad Gita also. Sarvasya chaham hriday sinnivisto. Yeah, one slok is that I am situated in everyone's heart. So He knows that what Sangram is thinking, what Shreya is thinking, what Ganesh Prabhu is thinking, what our online participants also thinking. He knows, but we cannot know, isn't it? So we are individual. Our thinking is different. Everyone's thinking is different, and we are individual, and we are conscious also. We know, but we do not know. We know ourselves only. We do not know about other, but Lord knows about everything. So one slok is that Nitya Nityanam, Chetanas Chetananam, Eko Jo Bahunam Vidadhati-kaman. But that one Supreme, eternal, what He does, He maintains other eternals. Isn't it? Lord is maintaining. Is there any doubt in that? Where from we are getting the air? Nature. The Lord said that this is my material nature. from the water we are getting from nature. So he's maintaining the other individual soul. So the individual soul, we are individual soul. So we are part and parcel of the Supreme. So we are part and parcel. So we try to understand what is part and parcel. So in Bhagavad Gita it is written that mavemamso jiva loke, mam evamso jiva loke. So this jiva, these souls are, they are my answer. Mavemamso jiva loke. Or the living entities are there, souls are there. They are my part and parcel also. So like for example, we have heard that there is example of lock and key. Lock and key, whole lock. So key is a part of lock, isn't it? Part of lock. But without lock, what is the value of a key? अगर संग्राम से आपके पास एक की पड़ा है और उसका लॉक ही नहीं है तो कहाँ खोले, क्या काम आएगा उसे? काम ही आएगा, कुछ नहीं आएगा वो। सिमिलरली अगर मान लीजिए जैसे कि हम लोगों का शरीर है, उसमें ये फिंगर जो है ये पार्ट एंड पार्सल ऑफ द बॉडी, शरीर का पार्ट एंड पार्सल है ना, पार्ट एंड पार्सल है, शरीर का पार्ट है। और ये फिंगर अगर काट के उधर रखा जाए, उसका क्या फंक्शन है? कुछ फंक्शन है? अगर कुछ इसके मान लीजिए कभी कभी हो जाता है ना, उसको बोलते हैं एम्प्लेटेड हो जाता है। क्या बोलते हैं? इसमें क्या होता है? एम्प्लेटेड। वो डेड वो फंक्शन नहीं है, मतलब अगर वो ये अगर फिंगर अगर बाहर रह गया तो उसका कोई फंक्शन है नहीं है। ये जब तक बॉडी में अटैच रहेगा तब उसे फंक्शन कर सकता है। और अभी से अगर बॉडी से बाहर हो गया तो उसका कोई फंक्शन नहीं है। सिमिलरली अगर लॉक एंड की में देखेंगे तो अगर की बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट है, इजीली अगर की नहीं हो तो खोलेंगे कैसे? तो हम भी भगवान के पार्ट है, हम लोग फंडामेंटल पार्ट है भगवान के। और पार्सल भी है, क्यों? क्योंकि हम भगवान अगर के विदाउट लॉर्ड वी कैन नॉट एंजॉय सेपरेटली। लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल अगर फिंगर की बात किया जाए, अगर फिंगर चाहेगा कि मैं क्यों मेहनत करूं, इतने सारे मेहनत मैं कर रहा हूँ, सब कुछ कर रहा हूँ और स्टमक पे दे रहा हूँ, क्यों ना मैं खुद ये एंजॉय कर लूं। कोई रसगुल्ला होगा, कोई फूड होगा, क्या एंजॉय कर सकता है अपने फिंगर, बड़ी या हैंड मान लीजिए, अकेला एंजॉय कर सकता है? नहीं कर सकता है। अगर वो सोचेगा कि मैं तो मेहनत कर ही रहा हूँ ना, स्टमक तो कुछ कर ही नहीं रहा, स्टमक को बस खाना दिया जा रहा है, वो तो बस खा ही रहा है, पर उससे क्या हो रहा है? अब पूरे बॉडी जो नरिशमेंट हो रहा है पूरी बॉडी। तो सिमिलरली भगवान जो है लाइक स्टमक is the central part and we are like his part, we are this part. So the body, the central figure is stomach. So if you put the food in the stomach, all the body parts will be nourished. Similarly, if we try to serve the Lord, then automatically we'll get the enjoyment, isn't it? हम जब भगवान को भोग लगाते हैं तो क्या होता है? भगवान वापिस प्रसाद के रूप में दे देते हैं और उसको हम लोग खाते हैं। ऐसा नहीं। तो ये है। तो बहुत सारे देख सकते हैं, जैसे कि हम भगवान को सर्व करते हैं तो हम खुद में खुद हम लोगों को वो आनंद आएगा। जैसे हमने यही यहाँ पे पढ़ा, क्या पढ़ा? परफेक्ट हैप्पीनेस इन ट्रांसेंडेंटल लविंग सर्विस टू द लॉर्ड। अगर हम भगवान को आउट ऑफ लव सर्व करते हैं तो ये आत्मा सुप्रसिद्ध आती, तभी आत्मा का मतलब आनंद आएगा। अगर हम सोच रहे, अगर हम लोग की लाइफ में अगर आनंद नहीं हो रहा है, हम अगर जो भी कुछ कर रहे हैं, कोई भी सेवा कर रहे हैं, तो उसका मतलब है कि हम लोग उसका आउट ऑफ लव नहीं कर रहे। ये अगर हम अगर उस एंगल से हम देखें, इफ यू सी इन दैट एस्पेक्ट, सो व्हाटएवर वी आर डूइंग, वी आर एक्सपेक्टिंग समथिंग, सो माय हार्ट इज नॉट गेटिंग नरिश्ड। आई एम एक्सपेक्टिंग सम पोस्ट एंड पोजीशन, आई एम एक्सपेक्टिंग सम रिवॉर्ड, आई एम एक्सपेक्टिंग सम व्हाट यू कॉल प्रेज आउट ऑफ दैट, सो माय हार्ट इज नॉट गेटिंग सेटिस्फाइड। बट व्हेन वी सर्व द लॉर्ड और वी सर्व हिज रिप्रेजेंटेटिव, so we'll get the happiness if you do what you call selfless service out of love. So the individual soul is a part and parcel of the supreme, isn't it? आप सब लाइन देखिए, the individual soul is the part and parcel of the supreme. So यहाँ बहुत सारे इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है। तो सोल क्या है? इंडिविजुअल है, सब सोल अलग अलग है, कोई वो नहीं है कि हम लोग एक दूसरे के बारे में कोई जान नहीं सकता है, इंडिविजुअल है सब लोग। एंड पार्ट एंड पार्सल हम लोग समझ गए, ये ऐसा ही पार्ट है। अगर हम भगवान के साथ हम लोग जब तक रहते हैं तो हम लोग मतलब ट्रांसेंडेंटल हैप्पीनेस में रहेंगे। हम भगवान के साथ कैसे रहेंगे? भगवान को सर्व करके। भगवान को जब हम सर्व करते हैं तो उनके हम लोग उनके सेंटर में रहते हैं। हाँ, तो उनका दो दो एनर्जी बताया जाता है। एक तो होता है मेटेरियल एनर्जी और एक स्पिरिचुअल एनर्जी। एक बहिरंगा शक्ति, एक अंतरंगा शक्ति। और हम लोग जो है तटस्थ शक्ति, मतलब हम लोग जो है सबसे किनारा क्या बोलते हैं, एज क्या मान लीजिए। तो हम लोग का दो चॉइस होता है, अगर आप बहिरंगा शक्ति के अंदर में रह सकते हो या अंतरंगा शक्ति के अंदर में रह सकते हो। तो भगवान को सर्व करते हैं तो हम भगवान के अंतरंगा शक्ति में रहेंगे, उसमें हम एक्टिव पोजिशन में रहते हैं, उसमें हम आनंद की पोजिशन में, उसमें हम आनंद पोजिशन में रहे। जब तो भगवान को जो भी सर्विस होता है, जो भी सेवा सर्विस करते हैं, भगवान की जो भी सेवा करते हैं, अगर वो गाइडेंस में है, उनके रिप्रेजेंटेटिव के भगवान की गाइडेंस में है, तो हम अंतरंगा शक्ति रहेंगे, उसमें हम लोग के माइंड डिस्टर्ब नहीं करता, हम पीसफुल कंडीशन में हैं। कभी कभी देखा होगा हम लोग जब माला वगैरह करते हैं, व्हेन वी डू चैंटिंग एंड ऑल, सो वी आर इन दैट एनर्जी, so we get some happiness. Or whenever now we are discussing the like Bhagavad Gita, so what we are doing, we are trying to be under the center of internal energy. अभी के पोजीशन में आप लोग जा रहे हैं, आ रहे हैं, अभी कभी कुछ लगा है, कुछ डिस्टर्बेंस हो रहा है करके? अब बता नहीं लग रहा कि ऐसा कुछ डिस्टर्बेंस, लोग आ रहे हैं अपने प्रसाद वगैरह लेके जा रहे हैं, लोग धो रहे, काम चल रहा है, अपना डिस्कशन चल रहा है। तो हम लोग कुछ अलग वर्ल्ड में है, अलग जगह है। हम लोग अभी भगवान के अंतरंगा शक्ति में है, तो भगवान के बारे में भगवान के बारे में जानने का कोशिश कर रहे हैं हम लोग। हाँ, जानने का कोशिश कर रहे हैं। प्रभुपाद जी के पर्पट से हम लोग भगवान को जानने का कोशिश कर रहे हैं। वी आर ट्राइंग टू अंडरस्टैंड द लॉर्ड। सो वी आर व्हाट डिजिटल रियलाइजेशन to Shastra also we are trying to know what is the position of the Lord. What is the position of the Lord? What is the position of the Lord? Now only study.
He is supreme.
Yeah, He is supreme. Like we study now, He is supreme, and we are His subordinate. So now only we discuss what is self-realization, to know that I am soul, I am part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, and Lord is supreme soul, and my duty is to serve. आगे देखिए. And his position is to render transcendental service to the Lord. So what is his duty? What is his position? What is the position of the citizen? He should serve the country, isn't it? He should serve. So what is our position? Is to serve to render the transcendental service to the Lord. This is our duty, to render transcendental loving service to the Lord. हमको इस पोजीशन में आना है। हाँ, भगवान की, जैसे अगर कोई बोलता है कि आत्म साक्षात्कार का जो बोलते हैं, तो ये हम लोगों का लेवल है, ये लेवल को हमको अचीव करना है। ये जो प्रोसेस दिया जा रहा है, हाँ, हम डिस्कस करेंगे क्या क्या प्रोसेस है इस पोजीशन में आने के लिए। हाँ, तो हम लोगों का क्या गोल है? ट्रांसेंडेंटल लविंग सर्विस टू द लॉर्ड। तो हम लोग पढ़ते हैं भगवत प्रेम, पढ़ते हैं ना, भगवत प्रेम। प्रेम मतलब क्या होता है? व्हाट इज द प्रेम? बताइए प्रेम, व्हाट इज लव? व्हाट इज लाइक लव? हाँ, हाँ, बहुत अच्छा। हाँ, मेरा जो सुख है वो मेरा सुख नहीं है, भगवान के सुख जिसमें है वो मेरा सुख है। मतलब भगवान का जो डिजायर है वो मेरा डिजायर है। हाँ, भगवान का जो डिजायर है मेरा डिजायर है। वो हम लोगों का ये होना चाहिए। भगवान का जो, जिसमें भगवान की प्रसन्नता है वो मेरी प्रसन्नता है। भगवान के जो रिप्रेजेंटेटिव है, उनके जो अनुयायी है, उनका जो प्रसन्नता है वो मेरी प्रसन्नता है। हाँ, whatever their pleasure, that is my pleasure. I don't have any pleasure of my own. Then what will happen? It's like selfish pleasure. Like for my own, I'm doing for my own. So, like, how do we to come to this stage? Like our teacher, his best under Prem Prabhu, he gave example that in a day you try to do one activity. Like we are doing so many activities are there, but you try to do one activity which you are not doing for yourself. So, and that should be under the guidance of a devotee, not eating like अगर आप बोलेंगे कि मैं कुछ कर रहा हूँ जो है मेरे लिए नहीं कर रहा हूँ, पर ऐसा कुछ नहीं करना चाहिए जो कि रिप्रेजेंटेटिव जो है बोले नहीं है, तो वो सर्विस नहीं होगा। सर्विस क्या होता है बता सकते हैं? सर्विस क्या होता है? फिर बताइए सर्विस क्या होता है? जैसे कि मैं हम लोग गवर्नमेंट सर्वेंट है, हम सर्विस किसको बोलेंगे? सर्विस वही होता है जो आपको दिया जाता है, नहीं आपको दिया जाता है कुछ, हाँ आपको वो ड्यूटी दिया जाता है, आपको ये करना है करके, ये नहीं कि मैं डिसाइड कर रहा हूँ कि मैं क्या करूँगा, वो सर्विस नहीं है। जैसे कि आप स्टूडेंट हो, आपको क्या किया जाता है, जो सिलेबस प्रेस्क्राइब किया जाता है ना, सिलेबस भी प्रेस्क्राइब किया जाता है, उसके बाद नीचे रेफरेंसेस भी प्रेस्क्राइब किया जाता है, तभी आप क्या करोगे, इजी है, आपको डिफिकल्टीज नहीं है। आप सोचोगे कि ये बुक्स जो प्रेस्क्राइब किया है, क्या मैं ये क्यों पढूं, मैं कुछ दूसरा बुक्स पढ़ूंगा और मैं वहां से लिख दूंगा, आप देखोगे ना आपको मार्क्स भी नहीं मिलेगा, क्योंकि टीचर पढ़ाया होगा कुछ, आप लिख रहे हैं कुछ उसमें, हाँ तो वो जो है सर्विस वही होता है जो प्रेस्क्राइब किया जाता है, प्रेस्क्राइब ड्यूटी। देखिए यहाँ पे अगर सेकंड लाइन देखेंगे ना, अगर सेकंड लाइन आप देखेंगे तो उसमें सेल्फ रिलेशन का पूरे फिट हो रहा है, आप मिस करके, सेल्फ रिलेशन होता है, सेल्फ रिलेशन मीन्स वी ट्राई टू नो आई एम नॉट दिस बॉडी, आई एम सोल, आई एम पार्ट एंड पार्सल ऑफ द सुप्रीम लॉर्ड एंड माई ड्यूटी इज टू सर्व। अगर हम सेकंड लाइन देखेंगे तो वो पूरा फिट हो रहा है सेल्फ रिलेशन का डेफिनेशन। दोस्तों क्या है उसमें, इंडिविजुअल सोल है हम लोग, पार्ट एंड पार्सल ऑफ द सुप्रीम है, and his position is to render transcendental service to the Lord. Transcendental loving service to the Lord. So ये है self realization. तो यहाँ कोई confusion नहीं होना चाहिए। अगर if there is some propaganda that if you do like this, you will be self realized. You should not be after that. This is our goal. This will be our goal. And whatever process we are doing, the aim is to reach to this platform. Like there are different way of self realization in the different ages. Like for example, in case of what are the ages are there according to Shastra? Like this, you, yeah. What is the you?
You?
Yeah. Yes. Kali Yug. Satya Yug, Tretya, Dwapar, and Kali Yug. So there are different Yug. The whatever in universe, the time has been divided like this only. So in Satya Yug, self-realization process was different. Like there, the Lord recommended to meditate upon Him. उनका ध्यान करने के लिए रिकमेंडेड था। जैसे कि हम ध्यान जो पढ़ रहे ना, उनका ध्यान करना है, पूरे माइंड और सेंसेस को कंट्रोल करके उनको फोकस करना है। और दूसरा जो है सेकंड कम टू द त्रेता। इन त्रेता युग द लॉर्ड रिकमेंडेड टू परफॉर्म यज्ञ। यज्ञ मींस will perform some sacrifice, fire sacrifice बोलते हैं ना, अश्वमेध यज्ञ, there are so many yajnas are there. So the Lord recommended to perform yajnas. So during that time there were qualified brahmanas and the ingredients also were very well purified. Like for example butter clarified butter use होता है, घी बोलते हैं, clarified butter को घी बोलते हैं. So there is pure ghee. Like if you have now today, if you see there are some bottles, there will be written pure ghee. They have to write pure ghee. So to make propaganda, pure ghee. So if it is pure, what is the need of writing pure ghee? No need. So there were pure ghee, pure brahmanas. Like it is said in Shastra also that the brahmanas was so pure that if they will sacrifice one animal, their way of reciting the mantra is such a powerful that animal will get a new life, and that was used to test whether the brahmana was able to recite the pure mantra or not. Like some animal they will sacrifice, and the animal will get a fresh new life. But can it possible now if in the age that brahmanas and they are reciting mantra, and so this is not recommended. This yajna is also not recommended. Then coming to the your Dwapar deity worship. Deity worship means elaborate deity worship. भगवान का अर्च विग्रह का सेवा करना होता है इस टाइम पे, तो उसके लिए भी हम लोगों को बहुत प्यूरिफाई होना चाहिए। जो ये बताया जाता है कि जो ब्राह्मण्स होते हैं, जिनका ब्राह्मण का दीक्षा होता है, वो बस भगवान के अर्च विग्रह का सेवा करते हैं। हम लोग करते हैं और हम लोग उस प्यूरिफाई स्टेज में नहीं कर पाते, क्योंकि बहुत सारे उसमें मतलब आपको साफ सुथरा रहना है, जो भी चीजें करते हैं, बहुत सारे रूल रेगुलेशन है उसमें, तो वो भी नहीं कर पाते। हम लोग कर पाते हैं कभी कभी, तो हम लोग मतलब जो है पुराने ड्रेस पहन के आ जाते हैं, क्या करें, मतलब ऐसा होता है कभी कभी। कि तो इसीलिए हम लोग वो भी पॉसिबल नहीं है, हाँ, डेटी वर्शिप भी। और आगे जो बता रहे हैं क्या, कलियुग में क्या है, हरि कीर्तन, हाँ, रहते उनको बोलते हैं कि जो है कलियुग में भगवान का नाम अगर हम लेते हैं, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम राम। तो ये है सेल्फ रियलाइजेशन का प्रोसेस जो चैतन्य महाप्रभु जी के द्वारा दिया हुआ है। Lord चैतन्य महाप्रभु has given the process of self realization for this age. Like we studied in the if you see ध्यान yoga also, there are so many things you have to do. ये योगी, he should be celibate. If he want to become celibate, if he want to become yogi, he should be celibate. Celibate समझते हैं? तो ब्रह्मचर्य का पालन होना चाहिए उसका। क्या हम लोग कर सकते हैं? नहीं कर सकते। उनके लिए रूल रेगुलेशन है, वो एक सेक्युलर प्लेस में जाना चाहिए, ऐसा ही प्लेस होना चाहिए जहाँ आम आदमी नहीं है। कहाँ है? हिमालय में जाते हैं योगी, बहुत सारे रूल रेगुलेशन है, उसको कैसे बैठना है, कैसे, पूरा रूल रेगुलेशन बहुत है, वो भी हम लोग नहीं कर पाएंगे। तो भगवान चैतन्य महाप्रभु, लॉर्ड चैतन्य महाप्रभु हैज कम to give this process, and because of his mercy the self realization process in this age of Kali is very easy. कोई डिफिकल्टी है हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र लेने में? बहुत सिंपल है, बहुत सिंपल है। कोई उसमें उच्चारण करने में बच्चे को बोल दोगे तो वो बच्चा भी उच्चारण कर लेगा, कोई डिफिकल्टीज नहीं है। और श्रील प्रभुपाद बताते हैं कि अगर ये मंत्र ऐसा है कि उसमें एक लिटिल चाइल्ड ऑल्सो विल डांस, हाँ, you see in one temple also they will also dance. It's such a nice process. But the thing is that बताते हैं कि कृष्ण वर्णम त्रिशा अकृष्णम संगो पांगास्त्र पार्षदम यज्ञ संकीर्तन प्राय जजंते है सुमेधस। तो कौन एक्सेप्ट करेगा इस प्रोसेस? Who will accept this process? कृष्ण वर्णम त्रिशा अकृष्णम, कृष्ण वर्णम. So what he is doing? He is describing about the glories of the Lord. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu coming in this age of Kali, he is describing the glories of the Lord. And Krishna Varna Tvisa Akrishnam. His complexion is Akrishnam, not like Krishna, like blackish blue. His complexion is, you see, golden avatar. So Krishna himself, but in golden avatar. Tvisa Akrishnam Sango Pangastra Parsadam. He is with associate. संगा, his संगा, उनके पार्षद है, उनके साथ पार्षद है। यज्ञ संकीर्तन प्राय जजंते ही सुमेधस, वो क्या कर रहे हैं? वो संकीर्तन यज्ञ का प्रचार कर रहे हैं, प्रोपेगेटिंग संकीर्तन यज्ञ, हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र। बट विल एक्सेप्ट दिस सुमेधस। मेधावी समझते हैं, मेधावी जो है वो बड़ा इंटेलिजेंट होता है, पर उससे भी ज्यादा इंटेलिजेंट सुमेधस। सुमेधस मतलब वेरी इंटेलिजेंट। So like if you see, if you tell somebody that by this Hare Krishna Mahamantra you will achieve everything, like we study, self-realization, everything, and you will get perfect happiness. So people will think, no, I want to do meditation. I want to. It's not. How can this simple process be so effective? But like Sumedas, we should have that much intelligence. Then they will accept this simple process. But people in general are not very intelligent, so they are going here and there, this process, that process, this process, that process. By this process, my mind will be controlled. I will be seeing some YouTube videos. I'm thinking that by this process, my mind will be controlled. No, he has been giving, everything has been given. So we'll see in the later verses that Lord has described, Lord has given a recommendation that if you chant the holy name, your mind will be controlled. Your mind will be controlled. So you see the next line. This transcendental. So you saw that there are different process of self-realization in different ages. So this particular Sankirtana process or chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra has been given for this age. So our mind should accept this. So for the time being, we do not accept this. So when we chant, we keep on chanting, then slowly this misconception removed. And now one time will come that we will accept this process. That is, no, I'm not doing anything. So I'm focused totally. Whatever Lord is giving, I'm totally focused on practicing that. Like we studied the determination, we studied determination. One should be determined. So this transcendental contact with the Supreme. So how we are getting contact? Like when chant, it has been said in Shastra that when we are chanting the holy name, we are associated with the Supreme Lord. Like you have started the chanting the holy name. So what happened? Like chanting his holy name and the Lord himself are non-different. They're non-different. Like absolute, because he's absolute, there is no difference between his name, his particle, his glories, like his Bhagavad Gita and himself. There is no difference. Everything is absolute. But we cannot understand that. So when we are discussing this what is Bhagavad Gita, now we are associating the Supreme Lord, his Bani. Isn't it? He's speaking, he has spoken this verse, and we are associating with him, through his Bani. We are associating with him, his how? By chanting. We are associating with his prasadam. There are so many. So if we properly think in that way, so we'll be in the transcendental platform. We serve in that way, like chanting, when we chanting, discussing Bhagavad Gita, taking his prasadam, seeing the deity form of the Lord. These are not in the material platform, they are transcendental platform. So we'll be in the transcendence, not in the material. And in the transcendental platform, we can have the transcendental happiness. But for the time being, what happened? We touch the transcendence, but again, same whatever conception we have, we again come to the same platform, same thinking, same way of thinking. Little bit we, for the time being, we are in the transcendental platform or a spiritual platform, and again we come back to our normal platform. So how we will be? Here it is done, constantly engaged in the yoga practice. So our practice will be constant. Like whatever we are doing also, how do you understand that in our day-to-day life? Like you are students, I'm also in scientific positions. So everyone doing some work. Like how do we engage our mind and senses in the service of the Lord? If somebody asks, like we're trying to get up early in the morning, for what? So that I may read, and if I have some time, I can come to here. So your thinking has changed, isn't it? Your mind is thinking that if I sleep early, if I get up early, I may get some time to read, and I may get some time to come here and to chant and participate in the kirtan, whatever they chant. Then after chanting, you come here, you chant the holy name, you see the deity from the Lord, if you prasadam. That is also we are doing service to the Lord. We're engaging our tongue in the tasting the prasadam and all. Our eyes, the Supreme Lord, engaging. Then after that, we go to lab. There also we are working. What for we are studying? What for we are working? So that if I become a good scientist, if I become a good student, I may able to what you call preach the message of the Lord to others. I cannot claim that I have become a good scientist and I'm preaching. No, I'm sharing whatever I have learned. We are trying to discuss and try to learn. So that what I'm doing, that I am trying to work properly as a student or a job holder, so that I'm able to preach to other also, share to other also. If I am not able to study, and how can I share to other? Then coming from lab also, same thing. Again taking some bath, so I'm getting refreshed again, and again I'm doing my study. For what purpose? Same. So in this way also, in practical sense, we can engage our mind and senses in the service of the Lord. And if you do properly also, if you do properly under the guidance, then we'll be in the transcendental platform. Otherwise, if you are not in the guidance, and what we'll do, like I want to get up early in the morning, 1 o'clock, I want to chant the holy name. So what will happen? You will sleep throughout day, will sleep. You will not sleep. So there is no such recommendation. So if you sleep properly, sleep early so that you can have good sleep, and so that you can work and study. So your mind will be fresh, your body will be fresh. You will not feel sleepy. So in this way, we can try to serve the Lord. So we can be in the what you call brahma-saṁsparśa. It is brahma-saṁsparśa. Like touching the transcendence. Brahma means what? The Supreme Lord. Like Brahman, Paramatma and Bhagwan. हम भगवान के टच में आ रहे हैं. कैसे टच में आ रहे हैं? ये सब चीजें. लाइक हम लोग भगवान के नाम ले रहे हैं, भगवान के बारे में डिस्कशन कर रहे हैं, भगवान के बारे में भगवान का प्रसाद ले रहे हैं, भगवान के बारे में दूसरों को बता रहे हैं. भगवान के अर्च विग्रह का दर्शन कर रहे हैं, भगवान के लिए कुछ कर रहे हैं. ये सर्विंग लॉर्ड, संग्राम में सर्विंग लॉर्ड. We are also serving Lord. How? We have become PMS, so trying to serve the mess so that whatever the mess number they are coming, they may get good food, hygienic food. So Prabhu also serving, Ganesh Prabhu also, he's serving how? Trying to bring the ingredient in a good to good, very good quality. Sometimes something is lacking, he's not allowing to lack something, he's also providing something. So in this way also, we are serving through our work, whatever we are doing, we can serve the Lord. By proper guidance. ऐसा नहीं कि मैं PMS बनाऊँ तो वही काम करूँगा, PMS का ही काम करूँ, पढ़ाई वाले का ही छोड़ के. ऐसा नहीं कि PMS बनाऊँ तो ऐसा नहीं. So he's doing as part of his studying also, and some duty he has voluntarily. Yes, welcome. So voluntarily he has taken some inconveniences so that he can serve. Some difficulty he has taken voluntarily so that he can serve other. So this is also service. Doing in a proper way. So if you do in a proper way, so no service is bar for the Lord. अगर हम यहाँ आके थोड़ा पैसा भी लगा देंगे तो that is also service. अगर हम अपना प्लेट वगैरह सही से धो रहे हैं वो भी एक सर्विस है. कोई भी थोड़ा सा सर्विस, ऐसा नहीं कि मैं यहाँ पे आके टीचिंग कर रहा हूँ तो मैं ही बड़ा सर्विस बन गया, ऐसा नहीं है. क्यों बोला? भगवान के नजर में in the eyes of the Lord everything is similar. If somebody is sweeping, they are also serving, provided they are doing properly. Like the workers also, they are also serving the Lord, provided they are doing properly under the guidance. So there is no service which is taken as very low or high, nothing. Like His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj tells that we are servant of everybody. Like sometimes Maharaj Ji was telling that sometimes you feel that I should, what you call, I should get a better position. I mean, I should order other to serve me. Isn't it? हम लोग का कभी भी ये होता है कि I should give order and everyone should follow me. Maharaj tell that we should have one desire, that we are servant of all. Servant of all means what? Yes, what is servant of? If I tell that I am servant of all, what is the meaning of that? Like this, what is the meaning of servant of all? Yeah, like but desiring to serve, yeah, but desiring to help whenever that is required. ऐसा नहीं कि मैं that is when there is opportunity to serve, I have to serve. अगर कोई बोलता है कि फॉर एग्जाम्पल कहीं भी आप देख लीजिए, अगर कहीं पे अपॉर्चुनिटी मिल रहा है सर्व करने का, तो ये नहीं सोचना चाहिए कि मैं क्यों जाऊँ वहां पे, मैं क्यों जाऊँ वहां पे, मेरा ये काम नहीं है, मेरा ये काम नहीं है, मैं क्यों करूँ ये सब. नहीं, हम जैसे कि हमने डिस्कस किया थे, आवर ड्यूटी टू सर्व द सुप्रीम लॉर्ड. So our is not like only supreme lord, we are servant of all. We are servant. We should try to serve everybody. Try to serve means whenever there is opportunity to serve, whenever there is a need, we have to help everybody. We are ready to help everybody. In that way, if we are doing it selflessly, then Lord will be pleased. It's not like that only serving to the Lord will be pleased, but we have to serve everybody. How? Why? Because everybody is part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, isn't it? Everybody also part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. So they are like our brother and sister. Isn't it? We speak of universal brotherhood. How universal brotherhood will come? If I do not understand that you are also part and parcel of the Lord, you are also part and parcel of the Lord, you are also part of Lord. We are part of Lord means what? Everyone is brother, sister, we are. Our body is different. I was born in Odisha, he is born in Bengal, he is born in Bihar, he is born in Tamil Nadu. Our body has born different, but we are part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, so we are brother and sister. In that way, we should serve everybody. Maharaj tell like that. It's not like I should order everybody to serve me, but no, I should serve everybody. I should be ready to serve everybody. So in this way, we can be in the brahma-saṁsparśa, transcendental contact, by serving only. So we should remember that when we are serving the Lord, maybe directly or indirectly, trying to help somebody to become Krishna conscious, trying to help in his study, they will be in the transcendental platform, particle in the brahma-saṁsparśa, and you will get the transcendental happiness out of that if you do particle in a selfless way. without expecting anything. So some learning we got today. So what is the self-realization we got? What is the meaning of self-realization? That we should understand that we are not this body, we are spirit soul, and that is supreme soul, and we are part and parcel of the supreme soul, and our duty is to serve him. This is whole sum and substance of self-realization. We also got that how can we get the what you call transcendental happiness, a perfect happiness, by serving. Transcendental loving service to the Lord. This should be our always in the thinking of our mind. If I think that by taking service from other, I will be happy. By taking service from help from other, I will be happy. Though that is not the formula that has been prescribed by the Lord. So we'll stop here. And if we have any thing to, what you call, any question or whatever, any inspiration, whatever you got, that also you can share us. Anything from your side, whatever we discuss. Maybe in terms of question or suggestion or any what you call comments or whatever maybe. Right. Sure, yeah.
कुछ काम करना होता है उसमें बहुत टाइम भी लग जाता है तो ट्रेंडिंग भी होता है तो स्किप करके पहले सोना चाहिए या काम करना चाहिए.
अच्छा, बहुत अच्छा क्वेश्चन है. Really for us also, like we got that there is we have some duty. Lord has given us some duty, some spiritual duty we have to perform, some spiritual practice we have to perform. So when there is so much work, whether I should sacrifice spiritual practice and do my material whatever responsibility I have. So yes, like we have to mold our life in proper way. We should see that how we are managing our time. Of course, when there is pressing need, then you should what you call try to do your duty, and also the spiritual part. Not like you have to leave the spiritual part. So in the starting onwards, what you have to do better. You see how you are managing your time. Like for example, also Prabhuji gave on that day also. So you see that your 24-hour time is there. So sometime you dedicate for your study. Ideal is to ideal. Prabhuji tells that 8 hours you give to your body, 8 hours to your spiritual vertical part, 8 hours to your whatever responsibility you have. But this is higher standard. We cannot be in the standard. So at least 1-2 hours, at least 2 hours you should give to spiritual practice. And other, you see how we can manage the time. But your question is that how, we should mold in such a way that we do not waste time. Actually, why that pressing need has come, if you analyze it properly, somewhere or other we have wasted time. We cannot say, for me also, not you, if something is pressing need is there, some pressing need is there, like so much urgent work is there, somewhere I have what you call wasted my time, and because of that now I have next condition. I cannot blame other. I cannot blame. But there are some work that is unexpected. So we should plan in such a way that whenever there is some unexpected work, we have to attend that duty also. Like sometimes it happens, like you have planned many things, but sometimes it comes, some of the duty comes that unexpected. But you have to do your duty, not like that. You cannot say no to that. But in beforehand, better to plan. So if you are feeling like some duty we have, so you plan in such a way that you try to do your duty and some time you spend for spiritual practice also. It's not like throughout night I will work and tomorrow morning I will not do the chanting session. So you do your duty and what do you call, one thing also we can do, we should pray to the Lord also, because it is going beyond my hand, isn't it? it is going beyond my hand. So much duty I have to perform, and it is urgent, and I have to submit the report. And Lord, please help me how to do this. And you have recommended me to chant the holy name also. Tomorrow I have to go to the session also, and how to do this. So please give me, and definitely Lord will help you. And like you have to do your duty also. Not like only praying, to do your part. But you should be very cautious. For a spiritual practitioner, you should be very much vigilant. Otherwise, what will happen? Will keep on wasting time, and whenever there is some classes or chanting session, will miss that. Because why you could not come? Because I had some pressing need. I could not come for that. The Prabhupada also tells, or spiritual teachers also tell that you try to mold your life such a way. You do not waste a single time. Even if Maharaj also, we are hearing also some classes, don't waste any time. You try to manage some time so that if some duty you are doing, you should be very conscious that is it beneficial for my material responsibility? Is it beneficial for my spiritual responsibility? Or simply it is a like waste of time? Simply it is some discussion which has no real value in my life. So we have to analyze that. Otherwise, what will happen? We'll have no time. And if you have now some duty to perform, you try to do your duty, and you try to come for some time, little bit time, because whatever possible, you can come. And when your work is over, so you can dedicate more time. Like some holidays, if you are not able to chant some more round, holidays you can chant some more round. So you are chanting 1 round, 2 round you can chant. So that satisfy the answer, or you have anything? So you do your duty, but you little bit your time, because we should depend also on the Lord also. Like if I am able to do this, I am giving so much time. It may so happen that your guide maybe leave. Okay, Sangram, you can come after 5 days. I had some urgent. Sometimes it happens also. Sometimes it happens. So you do your duty. I'm not telling you not to do the duty, but you do your duty. But you try to pray to the Lord and try to give some time to Him also, because ultimately we study that He is the supreme controller. He is the supreme controller. Because like Ishvara Parama Krishna, Sadātmānaṁ Vigraha, Anādir Adir Govinda, Sarva Karanam Karanam. Every causes. So ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि कभी कभी आपको आपने मेहनत, ऐसा भी हुआ है, बहुत टाइम ऐसा भी होता है कि हमने मेहनत तो बहुत कर लिया, रिपोर्ट भी रेडी है, टीचर ही नहीं है, हम कहीं लिव में चले गए, ऐसा भी बहुत सारे होता है. तो should better to plan our day, for me also, for you also, so that you do not waste time if you want to have perfect happiness in your life. Otherwise, if people like in general, people are doing what you gossiping, so many things, and last you don't have time to or practice also. Yes, sir. This correct. So we can see how to our prioritize our activities. We can, so that we do not waste time. Thank you very much. Anything else? बताइए. ठीक है संगम, कुछ प्रैक्टिकल है या कुछ मैनेज करना पड़ेगा हमको? टाइम मैनेजमेंट करना पड़ेगा, प्रायोरिटी देखना पड़ेगा कि मेरे को बहुत सारी ऐसी अपॉर्चुनिटी आएगा कि इसमें मैं बात करूं, मेरे को अच्छा लग रहा बात करने का, पर टाइम देखो, टाइम तो खत्म ही हो गया, मैं फिर काम भी तो बाकी है, ऐसे करके क्या पता ही समझ बोलना चाहना पर कोई दिक्कत नहीं. Yes. प्रेम चाहिए. सहिष्णुता और अमान्य माना देना, कीर्तन्य सदा हरि. बोलते हैं कि वो it should be better, humbler than a blade of grass, and more tolerant than a tree. Then in that way only you can chant the holy name constantly. In Mahaprabhu's in teaching that if you can tolerate more than a tree, and if you can tolerate more than a grass, you have grass in grass के ऊपर कोई स्टैम्पर देखा तो कोई रेजिस्टेंस होता है, नहीं होता है. Then you can So how to develop the quality? Simple. If you chant the holy name attentively, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj tells, if you chant the holy name attentively, then everything will come. There is no other way out. And of course, not only chanting, whenever there is opportunity to serve, अगर आपको लगता है कि मैं किसी को हेल्प कर सकता हूँ उसको भगवान के नजदीक आने के लिए या उसके मेटेरियल रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी के लिए, उसको वो भी मैं करूँ. दोनों पार्ट, सेवा भी होना चाहिए थोड़ा और चैंटिंग में, तो वो डेवलप होगा धीरे धीरे होगा. इट विल टेक टाइम एंड देयर इज नो अदर वे. So to pray, आपको अगर लगता है कि कहीं भी ऐसा लग रहा है कि कोई आपको इंसल्ट कर रहा है कि लगे ह्यूमिलेटेड लग रहा है, भगवान से प्रे कर सकता है कि हम लोग because of my some misdeed in previous life or in this life, I'm in such a, I have to reform myself, not blaming him. I have to reform myself. Saying कि वो he's a medium only, isn't it? He's a medium. It's not like he's responsible, but he's a medium. Because of my deed only, I'm responsible. This has happened. So thank you very much. So pray to the Lord that He may give intelligence so that we may manage our time. Time is very much precious for all of us, so that we can practice both our spiritual part and our material responsibility also. Thank you very much, all the online participants. Also, I could not take any question or suggestion from you, but this discussion was so much fruitful in your association.